Cheers, dude.
Cheers it up, baby.
Absolutely.
Bam.
Oh, man. Another day.
Another motherfucking day.
Another episode.
Fuck yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, I am KR15. This is the MD 2020 Half Full Podcast. Once again, joined by the gracious host. His name is...
Skis, motherfucker.
Yeah. Anyways, how you been, dude?
I'm
I
good.
haven't seen you in the last couple of days, actually, so...
Right.
Unfortunately, just work, you know.
Yeah.
That's always the case, though. You know what I mean? I like
time.
hate to use that as an excuse because it's such a lame excuse. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because like if you technically want to make time, you can always make time, right? Which is what we're doing right now. So,
Right.
dude, let's talk about the flash flood.
Dude,
you know what I mean?
Fucking
Well,
lame.
we do apologize, by the way, because we were not actually able to bring you a full length episode, due to us getting practically just like Noah's Ark.
yeah,
Hard.
man.
You know,
The
as I'm-
sky was lighting up. Fucking, I literally stepped out like
into a
10
lake.
Yeah, dude, like 10 feet from your front door to start the car because I'm like, shit. I got to get the kids home. I got to let the dogs inside. It's now like a pool outside.
Yeah.
The haunting has grown.
Power went out for a little bit. So
Yeah.
so stupid. It's
Yeah.
so stupid.
Yeah, one
Yeah.
of my dogs got out. Got her back though. So
It's crazy. I think that's the first time I've actually experienced a flash flood here now that I've lived in Silver Springs. Now, I've always heard that it happens, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because obviously there's a flood zone where Lake Lahontan is, you know what I mean?
right.
But it's like the first time like it's actually like happened. We're like I'm like following behind you to go to your house or whatnot to help you or whatnot.
Yeah.
And it's funny because one of my headlights aims upward
Right.
in the Blazer. You
Yeah,
know what I
yeah,
mean?
yeah.
And that actually happened because I was going to the hot springs. And you've been to the hot springs before.
Of course.
The Leviathan ones. And before you actually hit the off-road trail, there's those like little like dips that they put in so that you would slow down.
Right.
I had the sun blaring at me, and I think it was like dusk, and I couldn't see one.
Right.
And so I launched the Blazer.
Fuck yeah.
Got air.
Sweet.
Like my head hit the top, and that's what kind of scrunched the lights. Just they like popped out like eyeballs, bro. Like if you squeeze somebody's neck and it's like, boop, boop,
Dang.
you know.
Till your
So
fingers
we had to-
connect.
we had to, yeah, exactly. So,
Fucking A.
but anyways, yeah. So one of them's aiming up, and literally it just looks like a straight garden hose.
Yeah.
Just like it doesn't even look like raindrops.
Dude, the windshield
Looks
wipers.
like a straight up just
somebody's
sheet. It's
just
just
dumping
a sheet
on you.
of
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, my windshield
So-
wipers all like on the fastest setting, and like it didn't matter. You know what I mean?
Oh,
It was
dude.
fucking. It sucked.
yes, it did.
It wasn't a.
It did.
It wasn't a good time. But yeah, I've when I lived in Dayton, when I lived in the apartment, that one I lived with Zach, and then eventually Piper moved in there.
Right.
But we had a flash flood out there.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh,
So
okay.
we got a shit ton of water. It was what, like probably 4 years ago, I'd say 4 or 5 years ago.
Oh, that would technically be during the drought. Oh no, we had a pretty big winter in 2016. So actually, that was probably when it happened.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Me and Piper we were coming back from Carson when it happened, and like everyone was freaking out, and like it's just raining hard.
Oh my God, ancient Lake Lahontan is coming back.
We had like a shit ton of fucking liquor bottles and shit.
Right.
This is how we get ready for floods. Got hammered.
Hella. Well, anyways, I do want to take a moment to go ahead and introduce the sponsor of tonight. It is sponsored by Bling Bling Blue Raspberry, which is my personal favorite.
Bling
It
Bling.
is on the shelves for $3.49 currently right now here in the state of Nevada. So go
Yeah.
ahead and get your copy, or you can always email at us at MDHalfFull if you want to get one of these and use the special promo code BLING. Anyways, we
You
have
gotta pay for it still though.
no, but you will get 10% off. So
Yeah, there you go.
yeah,
Half full.
that is right. That is right.
Send it to you half full.
Dude. Oh, that's hilarious.
I have a mad dog problem.
But anyways, before we jump into it, let's go ahead and hit that motherfucking intro.
Smuggling drugs on the club, get fucked up, popping mine, fill your cups, that's a must. Trust motherfuckers, it's nothing but. Oh, with a bucket petrol, and they got to get away. Oh, with a mill that kill and everything's so soft. Whoa!
Yeah. Okay. So we got a couple of topics that we got lined up here. Fucking A, dude. We actually talked about these topics last night. And gosh, dude, I really hate talking about this crap. I really do.
I do as
You know
well,
what I mean?
man.
I just feel, I know you do. I know it irks you. You know what I mean?
Yep.
However, at the same time, though, we like almost have to. You know.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
I
like,
don't think we necessarily have to, but
no, like,
dude, I'm just tired of everybody justifying it all. You know.
right. Well, I'm tired of everybody feeding into the shit, man.
Yeah, I'm tired. I'm
Like,
tired of the gaslighting. I'm tired of the gas just being poured directly straight on the fire.
Right.
You know what I mean?
And everybody's buying into it. Like, I'm not saying that these things aren't true problems in the world or in the United
tired.
States.
I'm tired of it being used as a blunder of division. I'm
Right.
tired of the divisiveness of it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's really it. We started this podcast because we wanted to be able to talk about these things.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, you know,
Right. We can always still disagree, and we're gonna still be friends.
that's right.
You're
That
able
is-
to
that
have
is-
a conversation.
That is 100% right. So,
Yeah.
but hey, let's talk about something that's actually positive.
Fucking A.
You know what I mean?
I like positivity.
Absolutely, dude. We're gonna be playing a show, dude.
Yeah.
It's super exciting, dude.
Yeah.
Now it is
Like-
total hush hush stuff. It is completely invite only.
Yeah.
So if
So-
you get an invite,
Feel special.
absolutely 100%, dude.
It's
If you have to ask, you ain't getting one. So,
yeah.
you know, you just either know you don't. You know,
It's on the hush.
it is on the hush. What is it called, dude?
So it's gonna be it's the pig roast. So if anybody knows about the pig roast, you know, I think this is the 6th year we've done it, and me and Jason, you know, my drummer in Hypnotic Death, we've been putting it on for a few years now, and every year it's gotten bigger and bigger, you know. And so this year, you know, our group is ready, HMF. You know,
HMF. Oh yeah. Speaking of which, actually, we need to make an announcement of that.
yeah,
So we do have a name.
Yeah.
What's the name of our
HMF.
group? HMF.
Yeah.
All right.
Heavy metal fetish.
That is right. 100%.
Fuck yeah,
I know. You know what's funny, dude? Is it totally just matches us.
dude, it's great.
I know.
We've had like so many names.
Yeah. Right.
Literally nothing has changed. It's like me
I
and
was-
you.
It was funny, man. I was joking with one of the hosts at the restaurant about this. I won't name any names or anything like that, but this was before I even started working on the Twisted Metal EP project. And I was like, dude, what if I just change my rap name to, like, you know, because everybody has like Lil before.
Oh,
and I was
God.
like,
Yeah.
what if I just change it to Lil Bitch?
Right?
You know, I mean, if you saw a copy of that on Best Buy, wouldn't you just be at least somewhat interested?
But like it'd be a suitable name, you know. I was just fucking with you.
Oh, that's hilarious. But anyways, that is the announcement. What? Could we even announce the date of the pig roast?
Nah.
Okay.
If you get the invite, you'll know. You know what I mean? But
Cool.
trying to keep it on the, you know, we don't want a bunch of people there.
Right.
Like it's mainly just like the family.
Now, can the people actually request an invite?
Probably not. I don't know.
Are we just in charge of? Well, because the way I look at it is, what we could do. Hear me out here for a second. Is we can have people either they can email the the MD Half Full. They could request one. We just don't. We don't necessarily have to give out all the invites.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
Yeah,
I
I
don't know.
I just feel like if you're meant to be invited, you'll be invited.
Okay.
You know?
Yeah. No, I like that. I like that.
The-
So
We're trying to keep it like it's like the biggest year. You know, I'm not going to just disclose any bands and anything that are playing this year, but
it's a pretty sweet lineup, though.
it's sweet. But like, you know, there's
Different genres too.
People get shut down right now, so we have to be careful, you know,
right.
about that shit. So
With the whole COVID-19 thing.
yep. You know, everybody's always trying to shut down fun right now, in any case. But yeah,
Right.
it's exciting, man, and yeah, hopefully if you're interested, you're already getting invited anyways. And I think the majority of the people that are subscribed to our channel, or
Right.
at least the top fans, are
The top fans.
Yeah, they're already going to get an invite.
Careful now.
anyways.
You don't want to start a riot.
Right?
People trying to get an invite. Okay.
That'd be a cool ride.
Oh, right.
But
I almost don't even want to predict it. Actually.
shit.
Anyways, hey, so actually, funny with everybody getting shut down. because of we're having too much fun. Apparently, you
Yeah,
know what I mean.
yeah.
Let's talk about. We didn't even write this down, but it just popped in my head. I am so tired of the mask ruining my beard.
Dude. So I've
I
like,
know you feel very passionate.
I just
about
got
this.
a different one today that I ordered on Amazon that like it loops on your ears and then it kind of comes down like a bandana, but it's not tight like in this area. It's just kind of like
loosely.
yeah, but it's still like obviously you can tell my beard is not how it's supposed to be. I tried. I'd put a little stuff in before I came over, but
yeah.
man, you know, I don't give a fuck about wearing a mask, but god damn it, my fucking beautiful facial hair. You know, like
Oh,
you know,
man.
I just want to say like fucking goatees and beards matter. Goatee beard life matter. You know.
Hell yeah, dude.
That's
Hell
my
yeah.
new movement that I'm gonna start.
Hashtag
I'm just saying.
hashtag beard fishing.
make beards great again.
There
you
you
know what
go.
I'm saying?
There you go. There you go. So we're gonna now jump into the topics that we have written down here.
Hey man, before we like really get going here, we've yet to crack open the bottle. You know?
It's $3.49 on the shelves. Don't forget to use the promo code BLING. By the way, just email us. We'll get you the discount on it. So let's do it.
Fucking A, crack that shit. I'm feeling a little too sober over here.
Oh yeah. I'm definitely gonna need a cigarette. All right, so I wanna talk about a narrative that is pretty prominent in pretty much 100% of all of the media outlets, you know, and that is that America is essentially evil, racist. You know, it's just we're just bad. America bad, right?
Right.
And it needs to fundamentally be torn down and re-brought up as a socialistic utopia, you know. Now I want to ask you something. Do you think that America is better off the way it is as a republic or a democracy?
I think it's better off the way it is, personally, because there's room for people to succeed and move up. I think that's what the American dream is, right?
Yeah.
The land of opportunity. And when you start to take those opportunities away and you want to give everybody the same thing, you know, I think that ruins it. Like,
I do too. Because essentially what you're doing is you're just taking 10 people and you're making them the richest person in the world, while the rest of us were just literally just
yep, keeping us down.
a flat line. I'd rather live life a little bit like this, where sometimes you know, it dips, right?
Right.
In the low times they're low, and but when the high times are high, they're high.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And you can always work and make it better.
I don't exactly. I love that. Technically, you know, I really wish a lot of people would just look into the mirror and realize that, hey, you know what? A lot of the problems in your life, the ones that you can at least can control, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
You can control. That's the that's the beauty of being a free thinker. You know
exactly.
what I mean? I don't like the idea of blaming all these problems on some sort of faceless, nameless entity floating out there. You know what I mean?
Right. Like I think the biggest problem with Americans is they are expecting to be taken care of still. Like
I think our generation thinks that. Like,
I ain't even going to put it on a generational thing, dude, because I've worked with all the generations.
Actually, you do bring up a good point.
And they're all shitty. Like there's shitty workers and people that suck in life, man. And that's nothing that anyone can do is going to change that. Like, you're not going to make people better. Like, that's up to those people.
Right.
You know what I mean? Then you got people who want to be babied their whole life and want to always try to collect unemployment and
Yeah, I think it's all
fucking live
it's
off
a
the
matter of
system.
perspective. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
essentially, no, we can't make you change, right?
Yeah.
You know, let's take I'll use this as an example, okay? We'll use the workplace as an example. Essentially, we can show you the door, but you kind of have to you have to walk through the door.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean? If you don't walk through the door, well, you're just going to be staying right there in the exact same spot.
Yep.
Okay. Are you moving forward? Are you stopping? Or there's in some cases, there's people that are moving backwards.
Yeah,
You know
it
what I
happens
mean?
all the time.
Those
I see it, dude.
those people get fired.
Yeah.
Okay. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? I hate to say it, but they do. You know.
And it happens to a lot of people when they get promoted. Then all of a sudden they just start, they get scared or something, or they don't want to work that hard, or I don't know.
Well, look, man. I mean, shit.
In the
If-
workplace, at least.
Hey,
you know what I'm saying?
if there was a way that I could still make money and not work, I mean, wouldn't you? I think we'd
totally
all
do
take
that.
that
yeah.
gig,
You
right?
think I love my job? I do not love my job. I hate my job. But there's no, like, in my brain, there's no helping hand. You know what I mean? I have family and stuff. Like, if I'm in a real tough spot, I've never been on unemployment. You know what I mean? I've never tried jumping through the hoops. Like, I've had food stamps before or whatever when Lily was born, but I was still working at the same time. It was just, Taco Bell didn't pay that much money, bro. And living in Tahoe, it was rough.
And you know what the cool thing is? You didn't have to stay there, right?
No, I moved. I changed everything.
You pack
Again,
up, leave,
again.
go find a different job. You know what I mean? I mean, the way that I look at it is, especially when we're talking about the workplace, but really it's in all aspects of life. You know what I mean? Nothing is guaranteed and nothing is free. And I think what I'm trying to narrow it down to is the level of entitlement that I see going on today, right now. It's just mind blowing. It's nothing. They just expect it. Gimme.
Mm-hmm.
It's things are supposed to be a give and take, not just
Yeah.
take. You know what I mean?
If you're just living off the system and not paying taxes and fucking,
Well, everything's a goods and service. You
Yeah.
know what I mean?
yeah,
When you go to work, by the way, you're going to work because you provide a goods and service, or really in this case, it would be a service.
Yeah.
And in return, work is going to repay you with a goods,
Yeah,
which is your paycheck.
the service you're providing is
Yes.
making them money and
then
also
they-
taking care of the community. So, or whatever.
Right.
It's like equal trade. And
And if you want to make more money too, dude, this is no secret here. But you
Work
gotta
harder?
work harder, but not just that though. But you got to take on more responsibility. You know what I mean?
I see
You can't be a fucking at an entry level job expecting to make. I know that the whole thing was the 15 an hour. You know what I mean?
right.
Which is really just going to cause the money to inflate.
Yeah, it's gonna all of a sudden.
It's also
milk
gonna-
is gonna cost $10 a gallon. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
Shit like
and
that.
also it just means that we're no longer going to have as many employees as we would have. We would usually
Right.
have. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So we're going to have to lay off some people because we're paying.
all the cost of everything
people
else.
don't
went up.
people yeah. So you're when you usually used to work maybe 4 days and you had 3 days off in a row, yeah, kiss that shit goodbye.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because now I don't have the salary cap to pay more employees, and those schedule requests that you were asking for. Sorry, I'm going to have to ask you to work a 6 day because y'all supported
Yeah, it's either
a higher minimum wage for an entry level job.
Oh,
Look,
yeah.
I don't mind paying employees more money. That's fine. You know what I mean? But once again, it's a give and take. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You have to provide. More. There's more responsibility. There'll be more work involved in it. There just will be. You know what I mean?
yeah. I couldn't tell you how many times I've put in.
Look. If you don't want to accept that, you don't have to. You
Right.
don't have to. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, people need to understand that too. It's kind of like if you're talking to somebody and they're unhappy with their job or whatnot. You know what I mean? You it's not like you're a prisoner there.
No,
You
no.
can leave. You can leave.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
you
You can
can.
go find another. I know it's scary though. That's that. I totally understand that.
Right.
You know what I mean?
It depends. It depends on.
I hate switching jobs.
yeah.
You know what I
Well,
mean?
it depends what you on scenario, but there's if you reach the point, the top point of your job and you're ready to move on, and that's gonna entail usually if you're gonna try to switch trades or whole different, I could go to another grocery store and make the money I do now or whatever, because of 10 years of plus of experience. You know what I mean? Because I've sustained job, and I've done everything in that for that company besides move up the manager ladder or whatever. But I'm just not like, I already don't see my family enough. You know what I mean? There's certain things.
That's a personal choice, though, right?
Yeah, exactly. And like, I know that, you know, and when the time comes, like, yeah, I'll switch or whatever when I'm ready and when I think, you know, my family's ready for, like, you know, that financial drop for a second. Like, it won't take long for me to work up in any company, though. Like, it doesn't matter where I go.
No, and you want to know why? It's because, and I preach this a lot, you know what I mean? But attitude is everything.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If you actually have the right attitude, maybe you don't have the skill set. Because look, that stuff can be trained.
Yeah.
As long as you got the right attitude.
Yeah.
But if you don't have the right attitude, you're untrainable, which means, well, you're just going to stay right where you're at. You know
Right.
what I mean?
You have to care.
You do have to care.
You have to care, man.
You have
like,
to. You have to.
You can't just like walk into a job and be like, I hate working. Like, yeah, motherfucker, we all hate working. Like, but
if you're not finding any satisfaction with what you're actually doing,
yeah,
go find something else to do.
right. Find,
you know what I mean?
Find what interests you. You know?
I definitely believe this, that, you know, as an employee, you know what I mean? I'm always going to be 10 times better at what I'm doing if I actually like care about it.
Of course.
If I feel satisfied with what I'm doing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And we're just using the workplace as an example.
Right.
But that's sort of like, you can take that.
Carries over.
It totally does. It totally
Carries
does.
over, man. Like,
But speaking of carrying over, we are going to get into the next subject here.
all right.
Let's. I hate this subject. I really do.
Yeah,
I think
yeah.
you do too.
Yeah.
But the rioting and the looting versus then you get the protesters, and the protesters are saying that we're not the ones that are rioting and looting, but yet every protest seems to turn into rioting and looting and cities burning down, and then you got a bunch of Democratic mayors that aren't doing anything about it. You got you got this hashtag of defund the police.
They're doing things, but everything that's getting protected is government. Like,
Oh yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
I'll take the mayor of Seattle, by the way, completely just ignored the whole Chaz thing.
Yeah.
By the way, until like Chaz started bleeding into her neighborhood, and then she's like, "Oh, call the authorities."
yeah, time
Call
to
the
protect it. Yeah,
authorities.
yeah. Like,
know?
you see these.
I support
these,
defund the police while you have armed guards watching your.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, okay,
Yeah,
yeah, sure,
yeah.
sure, whatever.
We're gonna bring in
You
the
know?
National Guard, but they're gonna only protect government things. They're not gonna protect your fucking mattress
Yeah,
store.
so
or fucking,
now you've got a case, and this is what it's going to eventually lead to is if there isn't going to be any law and order, then I guess the law and order is now put into civilians' hands, and you're going to see a hell of a lot more people with AR-15s strapped around them, going, dude, we're not going to. I swear to God, you send one freaking brick my way, and I'm going to just start raining bullets on you because I'm over it. You know what I mean? And me personally, I mean, like, no, I wouldn't. I don't go out there. I do everything I absolutely can to just
avoid all of that.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Exactly.
yeah.
First and foremost, I really don't need that type of negativity in my life. You know what I mean? You know,
I'm not.
And people will come at me was like, well, you're not out there protesting. You don't actually care about issues and blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, no, it's because it just turns into the exact same thing.
I care.
You know
I
what I
care
mean?
about all the issues, and I look at all these things, and I'm like, I'm gonna make sure I teach my kids not to feed into everything.
That's exactly right.
You know,
that's exactly right.
and that's the
Little
only
baby-
way all this shit gets fucking solved, man.
I always believe it starts in the home.
It always starts at home.
Yes, exactly.
Like, I'm not fucking gonna go out and feed into everything that they want us to feed into. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
Like, I'm not.
We've talked about it on the show before too. You know what I mean?
I think they're herding sheep right now, and they're using your emotions and shit to fucking pull at the strings.
Absolutely.
You know,
so you can't do any critical thinking for yourself.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
They just want you to react and then offer you a solution, and then you take that solution. Because you're scared.
Once you swallow that pill,
That's
you're
it,
trapped.
man.
You're trapped. You
That's
want to
it.
actually talk about real oppression?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Dependency on the government is real oppression.
Yeah, that's
You
not
know what I mean?
why the
Look
government.
at Detroit, dude.
They,
You know?
they will separate us, make everybody afraid, and they're gonna use that to their advantage. You know,
Right.
and it scares me when I do see this shit, like I don't watch the news and shit because I'm scared that people can't wake up and see what's there, and like, and we'll divide ourselves, and there's going to be the people that are going to be the anti, and then there's going to be the people that are afraid and for, because you're fucking throwing bricks through their fucking only place of business, the thing that feeds their family and shit. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like they're going to want police, and then you hate police, and then whatever. You know what I'm saying? All of a sudden they're backing everybody up into this corner where they're afraid, and they're going to just take the first hand that reaches out, you know?
Yeah.
And I think that's when we lose, you know,
Right.
as people, as America. That's when America ends.
Now that's the end of civility, technically. You know
Now
what I
you're
mean?
talking about,
we no longer have a civil society when we get to that point.
right.
You know what I mean? So
It's like,
a smart society,
right.
you know?
Like, I think people need to get more educated, man. The reason they want to divide us with fear and all this shit right now is we're easier to control that way. You know what I mean?
Well, we just need to actually, you know what, dude? We did an episode with Evan. You remember that?
Yeah.
The civil discourse one. And I totally agree with him 100%. You know what we actually need to do? We need to hit the streets, and we actually need to have these types of conversations with people.
Yeah.
But you can't have a conversation with somebody that it's essentially going to turn into.
They're not going to listen to anything you say.
It's not. You don't look. You don't need to necessarily listen and agree. Okay.
No.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
However, though, you can't just, label somebody a racist or a bigot or a fascist simply because they have an opposing, without any actual real evidence.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just because they have an opposing viewpoint
Yeah.
on a subject. You know what
Exactly.
I mean? Now, if they openly, say something fucking racist or whatnot, it's like, okay, you know what I would do? I would just be like, all right, now I'm just going to walk away.
Right.
Because at the end of the day, we're still American, so you're still entitled to your. We're gonna have to take a commercial break real quick. Actually,
sorry,
'cause
guys.
We have somebody knocking on the studio door right now. So, anyways, what's up?
Can your baby have Gatorade full strength? Your daughter's giving it to her.
I usually mix it with water in our cup. All good.
I think this is a good opportunity to actually take another swig of the Mad Dog.
Fucking A.
So I don't know how you feel about that. I actually really want to get your opinion on, well, I think you actually already pretty much did. We think alike.
Yeah.
When we talk about this subject, you know what I mean? I'm just tired of everybody being so blinded.
That's the
You know
whole
what I mean?
problem in my eyes, man. Like, they think they're fighting the power, but they're actually,
They're just fighting themselves.
they're giving in.
We're just
They're-
fighting each other.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You're either making it seem like we're an uncontrollable society, and now the stronger laws are going to be put in place, and we're going to have military rolling around and shit. Like, or
My God.
you're fucking going to turn us into like a third world country.
Well, let me
status,
ask you
know?
something. Hey, you want to do the Civil War again?
No, and I don't think the Civil War would actually happen. Like, I think they would. I think there's too many people that are afraid. You know what I mean? Everybody's real tough with these riots and shit, and they're fucking up old people's fucking shops, and people their own. You know what I mean? People, us, the
Yeah.
people, not the government, because they ain't gonna go to the government buildings, because
just
now
ruining small
those are being
businesses.
protected by all the police
Right.
in those cities,
Where's
the National
the
Guard.
protest outside of the Amazon warehouse?
Yeah,
I haven't
like-
seen one yet.
Right?
Have
like,
you? Like
that's the thing, man. When you go around and you're fucking up the U.S. citizens, and you're claiming to protest the government, like you're like shooting yourself in the foot.
Well,
man.
because they think there's a lot of people out there that think that all these problems are systemic, and I think at one point they probably were, but that was a long ass time ago.
Yeah.
I don't think that's here in 2020. No, I don't actually. I don't buy that narrative at all. We're gonna have to take another commercial break. Hey, what up?
What?
Daddy,
What are you doing?
I put Gatorade in.
Ladies and gentlemen, Randy's daughter.
One of them, Lily. Yes. What did you do?
I put Gatorade
Well, you don't do stuff without asking, right? Or I told you about that. If she needs help with something, you can ask Grandma out there. Okay? Don't knock on the door again. We're doing something.
I don't think I'm actually going to edit any of that stuff out, dude.
Probably shouldn't. I mean, really, just keep it in there.
You know, why not?
This is what happens. Hey, this is, this is how we make things work.
That is right. So, anyways, this is going to bring me to the final point here that I want to make. What is the best way? I'm going to have you answer this one, okay? What's the best way to combat bad ideas? Is it with violence?
No, I think combating a bad idea with a bad idea is never a good solution.
Right.
I think everybody needs to step back and think and talk and understand why the other is so upset. You know what I mean? And if you connect your opinion to your emotions so much that you just fucking won't hear what anybody has to say, and you're just ready to draw on somebody who doesn't have like a BLM shirt on or isn't putting hashtags save our children or any of that shit, and you just think if you don't support their movement, then you must be against it.
Yeah, exactly.
Like,
which is
like, I don't post fucking
moronic, in my
hashtag
opinion.
save my children or save the children. Like, I take care of my children and I would take care of your children or a random person's kids. That's, as a community, that's what we should do. Like, I think it's funny that all of a sudden these hashtags and stuff, and now all of a sudden they're finding all these kids, like, if you don't see that shit, then I don't know if there's any help. I think that's what I was going to earlier. That's what scares me, is that people don't stop and think about shit,
right. Which, like, we're talking about that Jacob guy that got shot 7 times in the back.
Yeah.
Everybody jumped to the conclusion of that this was essentially racially driven. You know what I mean?
Right.
Everybody's jumping to a conclusion without actually waiting for any evidence or any facts to come out.
It's
You know what I
clickbait,
mean?
bro. It's clickbait.
That's a good way to put it.
Yeah.
I like that. I like that a lot. You know what I mean?
And it gets blown up.
I kind of have a rule. You know what I mean? When stuff like this happens, I sit on it for a second. You know what I mean? Because
The truth eventually will
it's-
come out.
Yes. Appearances are deceiving.
Mm-hmm.
They always are.
Do you think good things sell? You think like cops like doing good things in neighborhoods and shit is
Well,
That
that's why
shit gets
you're never
posted?
going to see anything that positive on any
no. Yeah.
news media outlet, dude. You know what I mean? So, but
Yeah.
it's funny. I almost wanted to get into detail about
That whole situation.
Jacob. Yeah. And the fact that the cops actually tried to tase this guy twice. And
Yep.
then he like straight up gorilla shoved one of them off.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? In the second video. And
Yeah,
then
yeah.
walks around the car to go reach for something. It's like, yeah, I mean,
Like, at what point are they allowed to draw their weapons? Like what are we gonna just give cops Nerf guns?
Oh, he
Like-
already had an arrest warrant for sexual assault against a minor.
right.
You know what I mean?
There was kids in the car,
Yeah,
right?
he's already. It's. I know it's a touchy subject. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But
But like, if there was a known sexual predator going towards a car with kids in it, and I could do something about it.
They're his kids,
But still, like, I mean, I'm just saying situational thing. Like,
for me though, if you just remove everything away from it, okay, we're not looking at color, bro. You
yeah,
know what I mean?
yeah. Turn the
I think
color
that's
off for a
actually-
second.
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Let's just look at what we know to be concrete. Okay, he's already got a warrant out for his arrest. Okay, he stole some lady's car keys. That lady was the lady that actually phoned in the
police.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So when they show up, they essentially tried to arrest him. You know what I mean?
Right.
Because he's already got an active warrant out. Okay, he obviously resisted arrest. They tried to tase him twice.
Didn't
One
work.
of them tried to take him down.
Yep.
He straight up just like freaking football just fucking stiff armed his ass out of the damn way, goes around the car and goes to reach for something. I don't care if he's reaching for his ID. At that point, you almost have to kind of assume he's reaching for a weapon.
Why would he even be reaching for his ID? He's already showing violent fucking
It's
things.
you know, and
I just
it sucks. It sucks because, dude, actual injustices do actually happen.
right.
You know what I mean? I just want to challenge society to just wait a second.
Yeah.
But that's not what matters. What matters only is protecting the narrative, even if it's false.
Yep.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I think especially with the racism thing, I think racism isn't as alive as people want to say it is. Like
It's not.
I look around like I fucking
Maybe on social media, you know?
Yeah.
But then when we all get in the same room and it's like, oh, it's gone.
yeah.
All of a
like,
sudden it disappeared. Huh.
yeah, it doesn't exist in person. You know, I mean, and I'm not saying everywhere or whatever. You know, I'm sure there's places.
I think when you say racism, I think you're meaning systemic racism.
right,
You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, dude, show me the policy. Show me the public policy that is racist. And if it is, I'll be like, oh yeah, that's a terrible policy. We need to get rid of that law. We need to get rid of, you know what I mean, that policy because it is.
right,
But once again, show me the policy, dude. Show me
Yeah.
the policy that is actually affecting a certain group of people. You know what I mean?
right.
And we could talk about it. That's the first and
Totally,
foremost thing.
totally.
We need to talk about it.
Yeah,
Not go out and start burning cities down.
right.
Because you know what? A lot of them, it's funny too, because, well, a lot of people think I'm actually a Trump supporter. I am a conservative, but I didn't vote for Trump.
Right.
You know what I mean? Not in 2016, at least, you know? I voted for Ted Cruz, but whatever, you know?
Right.
But I will say this to the people that are anti-Trump, okay? If you think for a second that, you know, what you're seeing right now is going to get Joe Biden elected, you're not. Actually, it's the rioting, the looting, the essentially just making accusations that we're all just a bunch of racist, bigoted, fucking homophobic people. A lot of people, the reason why Trump got fucking elected in 2016 was because essentially news media outlets and everybody said that you're dumb if you want to vote for Trump. And a
Right.
lot of people took that and was like, you know what, fuck you, dude.
And they fed
Actually,
into
you know
it.
what?
And,
And they showed up to the polls to go vote for him, dude.
Yeah,
We got
'cause they
and-
fed into
and
what
that's why
their
we have a
narrative
reality
was.
TV star as our president. So
but I think they probably wanted that, right? Especially now. Like now you have this person that everybody was saying was racist and shit as the president, and now what is the biggest thing like in America?
well,
bro, is racism.
they just doubled down on it.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
That's what they did. And like,
look, I'm
here we
gonna
are.
bring up something. You know what I mean? And this is where appearances become deceiving. But the people that claim that they're the most tolerant are typically 9 times out of 10 the most intolerant people.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
because you're
And-
scared. Yeah.
So, anyways, hey, we're gonna go ahead and call it a night.
All right. Yeah,
You know what I
cool.
mean? We're gonna wait for that comment section to just absolutely turn into a fucking shit show.
Right. Well, I just
You
like
know what I mean?
I don't want people to think that we're fucking. I ain't picking sides with anything. You know, by any means. And I'm not
actually,
political.
I think the message is just try to be objective, as objective as possible. You know what I mean?
and don't always feed into the clickbait and the narratives,
Don't
man.
Feed, don't
Like,
feed into the bullshit. Do not feed into the
if
bullshit.
we start getting separated, like it's all bad. It's all
It
bad.
is.
You know. So we need to figure out the truth, I guess. At some
You know what?
point.
America might not be perfect, but at least we actually have the option to change.
Yeah.
Because
and if they take
in a
away that
socialistic
option,
in a socialistic utopia, you don't have that option.
nope.
Remember that. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So, anyways, this is the MD 2020 Half Full podcast signing off. Once again, don't forget about the special promo code BLING. If you email us, we will get you one of these bottles. Actually, you know what? I'm going to make a special announcement
All right.
to the first person that actually emails us. Okay? We will send you a free bottle of the Bling Bling Blue Raspberry. To
Yeah.
the very first person that sends us an email starting. Let's see, what time is it right now?
Well, so this isn't going to go live. So, but it is September 1st at 6:06.
So, starting at September 2nd at midnight. At midnight.
Okay.
If you're the first person to email us, after midnight. Well, actually, I guess it would technically be the 3rd.
Right.
You know what I mean? So
After this video premieres,
no. I think we should actually set a date though. I think we'll do a special giveaway. You know what I mean?
okay, yeah,
Get one free Bling Bling Blue Raspberry Mad Dog,
fuck yeah.
courtesy of us. If you were the first person to email us after this video airs,
And
how
we'll,
about that?
we'll even sign it.
That's an even better idea.
Boom.
Hell yeah, dude. Anyways,
And then if you want, you can be on the show. Wow. We're really putting them together right now. Hey, yeah, about it.
all right, dude. Hey, let's fucking do it.
Hit the club.
Fuck yeah.
Get fucked up, puffin' bud, fill your cups, yes a must. Trust motherfuckers, it's not get fucked. Smoke a drug in the club,